I'll order the June 18th Public Arts and Culture Commission. Kathy, can you please read the roll?
Yes. Marcia,
Here.
Sean, Robin,
Here.
Chris,
Here.
Adam, Brian,
Here.
Cable, Martha,
Here.
Annetta,
Yes.
Jeff, Michelle, Aaron.
Here.
All right, everyone should have received the minutes from the April meeting. Any motions?
Motion to approve the minutes.
I'll
Have a
second.
motion?
I'll
and a
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Minutes are approved. We will move to old business. Aaron?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So a little update on the art box being completed by Janiyah Prentice. That's the Beautiful Horizon. She is largely complete with that project and just has like a couple things to tie up. And so I would encourage everybody to go check that out. That's the one on the corner of Milan Road and Sycamore Line. So that went really well. And as soon as she was up and running with the supplies, she was out there painting away. So she's so excited. As I mentioned when we approved that one, this is a young artist who's very interested in doing murals, and she said she had a number of people pulling over and asking her if she would do murals other places, and also she learned a lot. So she has some takeaway skills for her next project, so I was excited to hear that.
Good, yeah. Anybody hasn't been by, take a look. Turned out good.
Yeah, it turned out nicely.
I've been watching. It's on my way to Menards.
I take my dog to doggy daycare right there, so I saw a lot of progress too. Okay.
All right, discussion on vinyl mural.
Thank you. So if you'll recall, we had the Disrupted Darkness mural by Linda Kelly had been installed on the West Marine building as part of our vinyl mural project. So we did those installations. It's been about 2 years now since we started those. And we had to remove that one because the texture of that building didn't really adhere super well. And we were worried about that from the beginning, but it was worth a try. It lasted a little over a year. We did remove that. Ms. Kelly has reached out and asked if there was a potential second location so we could put that mural back up. We do have money in that program. We have budget in that program. I have reached out to the Chesapeake, which was our next highest rated location, and they did bring that to their board and did not get board approval. And I think the last vote that I heard was that they just did not approve having a mural at that location. So this is the third option I've sent them. He said this was their favorite so far, but he still couldn't get the votes to support installing it. So I think we're going to cross the Chesapeake wall off our list. I did send it to the Hographies because one of the high-rated locations was on their brand-new building on the new wall, which you would actually have to get onto the marketplace on the second floor in order to install. They already have two murals. One's on the Schmidt building that they own, and one's on the West Water Street that they own. I just was like, another mural, question mark? I did not get a response. And then I asked over here at 173 East Washington Row, the law firm there, they did not get a great response from the partners, but it was kind of, thanks for asking. So I didn't get anybody those were like the top three that I pulled from the previous slides, if you recall, and Annetta, you weren't here yet, but Arts Commissioners just sent me a bunch of photos of potential locations, and then we ranked them our favorites. And I just wondered if there's any, and you don't have to answer now, or if you want to have a discussion about it, if there's any backup locations that you'd like me to reach out, or if you want to try any of your personal connections to reach out and see if there's a potential alternate location. Another one we had tested was the wall at Fabulous Female, which they were excited to get one, but when the installer looked at that one, there's some crumbling, so that wall is not a good contender there. So it has to be pretty, I guess, like silt-free. Right. So just in that kind of condition, or they won't adhere well. So
Okay.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and if you want to discuss at the table or send me email suggestions.
Yeah, guys have any ideas for discussion?
You got a new house?
Well, I'd like to
Put it on the
see it
front.
go back up, but I probably would have
Like
to walk around and look,
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think that's a really good mural, and it's very representative of our area, and it's done really well.
Yeah.
So, but I don't remember all the spots.
I know,
that
that's how
we-
I feel. I can't think of the spots right now.
I feel like should we just continue down that list and see if we have any takers? Meanwhile, the group can reach out and see if we know anyone that would prefer.
Feels like a good reason for a walkabout.
Yeah.
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 And having learned what I have from the installation of that first round, there's also a handful that I was like, that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work, that's gonna work, because of the texture of the walls. So I will, I'll take a look through that slide and see how many are left that I could, go down the line and reach out. And if there's a few left, maybe send them out and let you all know just what's on the radar. I could send that via
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
And then if you have any other ones, you could bring them next time or send any ideas via email. Does that work?
I think that's
Is
great.
one of them on the list over by the register? You know how there's a bunch of blank walls, I think, over there,
There was.
right on the side on Jackson. Isn't there?
On Jackson Street, we have one installed on that gray concrete building.
Yeah, I knew.
And then there's the one digital building, which is set back a little bit, and the register does have probably blank walls on East or West Market. I don't know about on Jackson Street.
Okay.
I can take a look. We did have a verbal or an email confirmation on the Glasses More building, but that one, taking a look at it now, I think it probably has too much texture and it's not gonna be a good contender. And we had another one on our list was the back of Daly's, but that's also has really different varying textures. And I don't think that's gonna be a location that's gonna work for a vinyl mural application
It
anyway.
needs a mural, but I don't think
Yeah,
the
a
vinyl will
painted
work.
mural could work there.
Also, the Sunny Selfie mural,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell where people have been picking at it and it's
Yeah.
starting to tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one's people.
I saw a
So,
couple. So interestingly, I was in Columbus last weekend and I saw some of their murals that have like really big tears out of them. So I was thankful that we haven't gotten
Yeah.
anything
So
too
I
bad.
didn't know if the company could have something, maybe a clear vinyl they can put over a tear to stop it from tearing.
They do reprint sometimes. I've seen a couple instances because I was walking around the other day and looking at them where they have clipped, if something starts to peel, they'll clip it off. So they are watching them and they can do a patch. They can print like a portion and reinstall it if that makes sense. And I wonder, I can reach out to Craig and see if they are waiting for it to get to a specific size before they might install a patch.
Yeah, I was just like, if they had clear vinyl and just went right over it before they ripped it off, that might be able to save a lot of time and effort.
I'll ask them about that. Okay, so I have some marching orders, thank you.
That's good to see that we're kind of learning from, some of these trial and error, different facades, and hopefully that'll help us moving forward. New business.
We have a proposal. Let me switch this so the folks at home can see. There we go. So we have a submission from Lori Jameson, and she's submitting an art box proposal called Sandusky Seasons. And if you recall, Lori was the artist that completed the Day of Lem project last year with a high level of detail, and she was great to work with, very responsive. She sent me a ton of progress pictures, which was great. The proposal for this one is the Campbell Street and Columbus Avenue utility cabinet. It's that silver one there when you stop at that light when you're going, right at Columbus Avenue. There's an orange dot on the map there. You can see it's on the west side of that roadway. And I actually had a gal that lives in one of these houses. I met her at a party at the pier last year. She recognized me from having seen me, present at other meetings. And she said, hey, can I get one of those? Well, you get somebody to come paint the one in front of my house. She just loved the project. So we know at least one resident would be very excited to see this come in. The proposal is to have a tree, a consistent landscape on all four sides, and for it to represent the Sandusky season. So on the left, you see that would be the east-facing side is the springtime, and the birds, the cardinals are building their nest, and on the south side, you see the summertime where there's baby birds. And then on the west side would be the fall with fall colors. And then on the north side would be winter, and I think she's got a little ice shanties, ice fishing on the bay behind there in the distance, and some ice skates. So just a consistent landscape representing the four seasons of Sandusky, and she's here, so you can chat with her if you have more questions. And that generally covers, I sent the narrative that she had submitted as well as the sketches in your packet. So I would say from our program evaluation, essentially, we're asking for a complete application and demonstrated experience, and all of those were met, all the requirements were met with the prior project, so I would recommend that we approve this and get her painting on that.
Just to clarify, this is in the budget?
This is in the budget, yes. We had budgeted for 3 of these projects this year, so this will be the second of the 3 budgeted projects.
Great, open up for discussion.
I just had one comment. I thought, it seems like because fall is so colorful, that fall being one of the bigger panels could be really cool. Just an,
I am open, I can rotate things around.
yeah, just an idea.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know, what do you guys think?
I love that comment, actually, just because fall's so beautiful here. It's, yeah, but, on the whole, I love the first box that she did, and it's no-brainer for me.
Yeah, keep it up, keep going.
Yeah, I
Can we
think
get rid of the winter one altogether? Nobody.
I love winter, it's sweater season.
True.
there's no winter here, sorry.
Say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that it depends on the color scheme on the project, because it could be, summer could be as colorful, so could be spring. And I think that maybe, it depends, we don't really see the colors here.
I do apologize for
No,
my
it's
crude
okay.
drawings.
It's okay. But it would be, yeah, it would be more, we would have better picture if, we would have to speculate if maybe fall or maybe summer, because I believe that if you do it, we might see it different than we imagine right now. It depends how it,
Yeah, and I think that's just how I work, is I come up with sketches like
right,
this, and
yeah.
then as I go, it gets better and better. I think I was the same with
Okay.
the first one
Yeah.
with the Bessie.
yeah,
It just, I'm hoping to do more of a color block
Right,
type of
yeah.
a style versus so much blending. I spent so much time, and I really enjoyed it, and I think it turned out really nice. The other box.
yeah.
But if, I can work on it, but it comes better as I'm doing it. But I would like to incorporate the same type of tree with all the same branches all the way around, same type of landscape where we've got, Cedar Point way in the back, a little bit of the Sandusky Bay. And if you have suggestions for more color, I think the fall is a good idea. I was gonna do sunflowers along there, the different colors of the leaves. And then maybe on the other side with the spring, we could do a whole bunch of tulips and the planting of corn in the background.
Yeah.
If you have suggestions what Sandusky means to you, I'm always open.
Well, I think
No, I
based on the first one that
Right,
you did.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone's, have you seen that one?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll mention, you weren't on the commission yet, that the sketch that we reviewed for the first one was at a similar level of detail
yeah,
as what we've received today. And when she first had submitted for the Bessie project, there was a number of other paintings submitted. In this case, I didn't put all the other
Oh,
background
okay.
work
No, that's
examples
fine.
in, since we had,
okay.
this is kind of a known artist, but I hadn't really thought about that we had a new Arts Commission member, so I apologize for
No,
the lack of
that's okay,
background.
no. It was this was just a thought.
Yeah.
It's a good
I will-
point, and I like it's a good point that you can put color in everything, especially around here. We have such beautiful sunsets, and it's, but I love the use of color in Bessie, too, and
So if we're looking at it right here, the east, that's the east side, the east face that we're looking at, so that would be the spring side. So in the sketch right now, the fall would be facing the houses. Is that correct, Lori? The fall would be on the west side, because that's the other, that's what I'm seeing. The fall would be on the west side facing the houses, And then the winter would be on the north side as you are leaving, like downtown's behind you and you're coming down Columbus Avenue. That's what you'd see when you're stopped at that light. It'd be like summer and winter. And then if you're going north, you'd be seeing the, whoops, I'm going the wrong direction. You'd be seeing the summer side.
And the smaller sides are really small. They're not as wide as the larger side, so that's why I tried to think of when people drive by what they would see and then what I can get more detail out of.
Yeah, it is an awkward shaped. It's kind of pushing and pulling with the meters and the.
It's a good
cabinets.
location, though.
Yeah, that's a good location.
Any other comments?
My only comment, and I'm kind of late to the meeting, so I apologize to everyone for that, but surprises, you know, I defer to the artist to, you know, make some of these decisions, and, you know, it will be lovely no matter what it is, so.
And I was in a lot of contact with Aaron too, as I was going through that process of figuring things out with Bessie, so it was kind of nice. Stuff came to me.
Any comments, motions?
Make a motion to approve the Art Box proposal.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Marcia,
Yes.
Robin,
Yes.
Chris Parthamore,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Martha,
Yes.
Annetta,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes,
and Aaron.
although I'm not sure I have a vote.
Yes, although I'm not sure I have a vote. Kathy did mention that the new log director said the ex officio members do have a vote, which is different direction than we got from the previous law director, but another example of how much power your law director has in the city.
So regardless of those votes, we have a majority. and
Yes.
it
There was a
passes.
majority.
The motion passes.
Pretty clear.
And who seconded that motion?
Jeff.
Great, motion is passed, and good luck.
Yeah.
And thank you for submitting another proposal.
Yeah.
It's a really cool program and great to see those popping up.
Any other new business? If not, any motions?
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
But I made it.
Yeah.